So anyway, I wanted to also say that, so I got the spring coffee. I thought this is great. I took Gil, our dog. You know that we can take him to PetSmart, right?
Yeah.
And
Which is very nice.
You have to have him on a leash, and you go in and you go to PetSmart, and it's like a couple other dogs there, and
we're all shopping with our people.
Which is great. And I always like to look at the fish because I'm simple. I like looking at the fish.
I think that's very sweet.
And there's a 5-year-old, and he's sitting there and he's staring at this aquarium. And I'm going, oh my gosh, he's learning.
He's looking at the majesty of the marine life
really
and perhaps the mysteries of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he went like this on the tank.
I tried to swipe it.
Tried to swipe the image to a new one because he was bored. Can you believe that?
All right, these fish aren't doing it for me. I need a new fish image now.
He could be on that dating site.
Oh my
like,
God.
No, yes, no, yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
And by the way,
oh good Lord, that's so sad.
Who wouldn't want to take their dog to PetSmart where the dog has an opportunity to pee at the end of every aisle? Which they do.
I don't think I could work there for that reason. That is so good.
Oh my gosh, right?
These fish are just not doing it for me.
They're not working.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, now I have to tell you, I'm beginning to love the Unified Police because there has been several incidences recently of people calling in. And when I say people, I say teenagers and our adolescents who don't have a strong concept of action and reaction and consequence.
Oh, you're talking about the idiots.
The ones that call in, I'm going to call in a bomb threat, or I'm going to have a picture of me on Instagram holding firearms because I look so macho when I'm 14.
In our day, it was pulling a fire alarm, which is horrible.
Which is bad enough, but
right.
But this is just inexcusably stupid. And so then, of course, all the warnings go in, and the police have to lock everything down, and then they have to go through all the protocol and the steps. All the parents who have children locked down at the school to get to freak out, which this has not happened to us, but I'm pretty sure I would be the mother beating on the doors, going, "Let me in and get my daughter." I would. It would just, I'd be that idiot, and Todd would have to drag me back behind the barricade again.
This is true.
So, for anybody else except for the one moron going, "I'm on Instagram with my dad's guns." It's a really stupid thing, but it has come to the point now where the Unified Police actually had to make an instructional video to explain to children that it's a bad idea to fake something like that.
Shall we watch?
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
One that you guys might be familiar with is the Safe Utah app. Kind of warn or alert law enforcement or administrators of problems such as criminal activity, suicidal thoughts, threats, anything like that. Number one thing I want to hit on is it's all confidential. Another resource I want to touch base on is me as the school resource officer. I want you guys to know that I hopefully feel approachable to you guys, that you guys can come and trust me to report threats, assaults, anything like that. Other than that, let's go ahead and open our books up to chapter 12 and hit on the correction side. Hey Mom, I'm home.
Hey, look at these selfies I took last night. They are so awesome. Dude, my brand new gun.
Man, that's awesome. Dude, you know what would be cool? You posted them to Snapchat, man.
Oh, yeah. You should, caption it, "Don't come to Mr. Hansen's class."
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome, dude.
It's
just so good, man.
Dude, yeah.
It's so awesome.
Let's do that one.
Yeah,
Oh, that was great right there.
Dude, everyone's reaction's gonna be priceless, man. Dude,
All right,
Yep.
I gotta go to class, guys.
All right, see you later,
see
man.
ya.
one of the things that amazed me is I think we told you this
Wow.
story last week, but there was actually one girl who kept filing false reports with the new safety app because she thought it was dumb, and she
Wow.
wanted to flood it so it would go away or something.
Wow.
It's like this is at the level of idiocy we're talking about, and as parents, it's our job to go, I'm going to have to take your phone away from you until you're bright enough to use it again, because I did many stupid things when I was a teenager, and
Not
unfortunately,
like that.
unfortunately, though, our kids have a lot more opportunity to be stupid now. There are many
Anonymously.
there's many
Anonymously,
more
right.
choices now on being stupid, and sadly, it gives them a vast variety of options of stupidity.
Wow.
But that's really sad to me that they had to put that up, but I'm glad they didn't, as fair warning to parents too. We will
Right.
charge your child, and you will be involved in that.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes, of course.
When you sit down for dinner tonight, you say, anybody who's an idiot, raise your hand.
Or maybe just
Or better yet, raise your phone. I'll take that one, and I'll take that one.
maybe just showing them video instead.
Oh, speaking of video.
Yes.
I saw something, the Traverse. We have a Traverse.
Our Chevy Traverse, yes, uh-huh.
And the new one just came out. And basically the mom gets in it in a new car and she drives up to the school. The kids don't know about it. They're probably actors.
Thing?
No, actually they're not in this case. And it's like one of those live things.
Okay.
And they go, there's mom over there in that car.
That attractive car.
That looks awesome. The door opens and they get in the back. This is an SUV, right? And so they get back. Oh, and the guy's in the front seat and he's pointing out some of the cool features, electronics, places to plug your phone in, and all this stuff. And he goes to the screen and goes, watch this. And he hits the screen. The screen comes up, boink, like this. And he goes, know any of those apps? And they're all the normal ones, right? And the kids are like, oh my gosh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes, and if you push this button,
Think.
there's a secret compartment.
Oh, I've always wanted one of those.
He just told
I've always wanted.
everyone that there is a secret
Oh,
compartment.
it's going to take all the fun out of
Now there is just a compartment.
it. It is no longer secret.
It's no longer secret. It's just a compartment. It's like the one for your sunglasses now, where you pick your sunglasses up, put them on. That's not a secret compartment. That's a compartment.
Our Traverse is not brand new, and you can always tell it's us because I have the zombie family on the back, where people always have the stickers of the happy families. And ours are really weathered and pieces are falling off, but that's okay because they're zombies. So it looks pretty much the same.
And now that we've ID'd our car, I'm going to basically take those off today. Because we don't have a secret panel.
I know, if you were looking for it in our car, it won't be there.
7 Peaks in Provo.
Man, this is such a bummer.
They've been around forever,
Well,
right?
this is how attached people are to Seven Peaks. This is why I'm bitter at them, because you see right there, they're going, hey, we're looking for employees. We're about ready to get started.
What?
Looking for, put in your application today. And there was this big fuss because they were no longer on the passive all passes
I
to the
remember-
point
I
where
remember that.
all the media
Right.
covered it. That's how big it was.
And it was still empty.
This is pretty sad. Deputy Mayor of City of Provo says, I'm sad. This is the beginning of the end. Apparently, Gary Brinton, who owns
The group.
owns the group, is just filed for bankruptcy. So, and this is too bad because they spent a buttload of money redoing it and making it all purdy and stuff. And literally, that hey, come and get hired thing was on the 20th. So this has happened within the last 5 days.
Right. Sorry.
There's really nothing else to say other than, well, that sucks, doesn't it?
Right, and so
Yeah.
what's the other thing we're talking about today? We're talking about face recognition.
Facial recognition, which is like
No.
the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I got to tell you this. Whenever I think about this, what I think about is Tom Cruise, who got eye implants. Remember the new eyes in that movie? He wakes up in the tub and he's got a bandage
Is
on.
it Mission Impossible?
And they put someone else.
No, that was somebody else.
They put somebody else's eyes in it, who was an Asian man. And so as he walked down the street, they would.
Was it Minority Report? I think it was Minority Report. Go on.
They would scan his retina and go, oh, that's Mr. Yakamura. And so they would throw him, hello, Mr. Yakamura, and they'd throw all these ads based on his
That's right.
analytics, right? And so that's what this reminds me.
That is Minority
And I
Report.
know they use this in the airports to scope people, the NSA.
This is just amazing. It's FRS, new facial recognition system, but this one's especially powerful. It uses a massive database of photographs and profiles to match the facial features of any child to that of a missing person. And what they're trying to do now is basically give free use of this tech to all of the police departments. They got started, it's interesting, they started it somewhere different. They started it in New Delhi, in India.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why is because there is a massive influx, even though this was American technology, they started there because there's a massive influx of children who are stolen to be sold for either the sex trade or for servitude or for many other things. A lot of villages, that's how they make their money.
So they're using this in the airports.
This is one of the reasons that you and I sponsored little girls in India for that reason through our charity, for that specific reason, so that this could nowhere be better than here. So they did a ton of scanning. They went through all of the practice, and they found 3,000 missing children in 4 days. 4 days.
Being transported.
And
out in public.
This is the National Commission for the Protection of Child Rights. They also had a tactical group that was involved, and they were able to go in and start plucking kids like this.
How many?
They ID'd over 3,000 children. I don't know if they've rescued them all.
Yet.
Yeah, but within 4 days, they ID'd them all. Isn't that incredible? You think about the anguish that parents go through where this has happened through certainly no wish of their own. You think of the anguish of these children who were sold through no wish of their own. And it's like the fact that this changes the game on human trafficking to a ridiculous degree.
Now, I don't want to sound like one of the guys that's like, false vibrato and stuff, but if I went and rescued a kid, the person who stole them would not be findable on the fake face recognition for a long time.
Well, at least his facial recognition would not be recognizable as a face.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I understand completely.
All right. Well,
but that is the coolest. I just think that's the best story ever.
3,000.
This totally. I mean, the guys were like giddy with excitement because they said it does. It changes the game on human trafficking now.
I bet you they didn't think that it would work this well.
3,000 kids in 4 freaking days.
Toink. Let's go. That's a great story.
Next time someone complains about cameras on our streets, I'm gonna put up extra. That is so cool.
All right. Information time.
All right, Daisy is in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She's brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Mortgage is made simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. You can get a boatload of answers within 4 minutes. Also by Brio Technologies, your experts in lighting, sound, and video. Just go to brioaudiovisual.com. And by the New Millennium Financial Group. Why not get a free analysis of what exactly is going on with your finances? Possibly your retirement, your investments for the future. They could actually give you a hand. All you need to do is go to utahsfinancialplanner.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
And hello, everyone. Here's what's making news on Wednesday, April 25th on GephartDaily.com. Sandy Police Chief Kevin Thacker has been fired. The sudden dismissal was announced Tuesday by Sandy Mayor Kurt Bradburn. Mayor Bradburn said an internal investigation found substantial evidence Thacker had made inappropriate and unwanted advances on staff members and that he had created a negative work environment throughout the police department. Bradburn said a nationwide search would be conducted to fill Thacker's position. Sandy Deputy Police Chief William O'Neill will act as police chief until then. Formal charges have been fired against an Ogden woman who police say called in courthouse bomb threats on 3 consecutive Thursdays when her boyfriend was scheduled to appear before a judge. Tanisha Shante Lester, 44, faces 3 second-degree felony counts of making a false alarm alleging an ongoing imminent threat stemming from incidents on April 5th, 12th, and 19th. Police say that all of the suspects scheduled for court appearances on those days, only one name appeared on all 3 dockets, that of 44-year-old Jerry Larkin, with whom Lester shared a residence in Ogden. And the FBI is asking for the public's help locating a missing woman from Bozeman, Montana, who may have been seen in the Salt Lake City area in the past month. Danielle Diamond, 25, has been missing since November 2017. The FBI says it's possible Diamond may have also passed through Salt Lake City to get to Denver, where she was known to have spent last summer in homeless shelters. Diamond is described as Caucasian, 5 feet 7 inches tall, 135 to 140 pounds, with long brunette hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information about Diamond's whereabouts is asked to contact the FBI Salt Lake City field office. And time now for a look at the Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's premier audiovisual specialists, and by our shiny new sponsors at Magic Wash, home of the long-lasting ceramic car wash, with an outlet in South Ogden and a brand new facility on Antelope Drive in Layton. There's more great weather in store across the state of Utah, at least through the weekend. You can expect highs in the 70s and even into the 80s by Friday under mostly sunny skies. Over the weekend, we'll see temps return to the upper 60s, with a chance of rain moving back into the picture on Sunday. That's it for now. For more news and weather 24/7, go to gephartdaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Oh my gosh, thanks, Daisy. You see the temperatures? By the way, this is
I'm so
4/25,
happy.
2018. In case you're on demand.
Yeah,
here
you're watching in August. You're like, so what?
This is the day. This is the day where the white legs come out.
Oh, yeah.
Where the moths bounce against them like a porch light. And the hideous.
That's what fake tanner's for.
The hideous leopard toes in your sandals.
Ooh, the winter hoof. Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Oh, that's what my sister and I call it. You got to go get a pedicure. You got to sand some of that action down.
I think I might go do that. I had my first one last year, and I had a derma. What I don't know.
She took out a razor. She was going at you you were a horse. It was not.
She had the apron on and had me put my foot up like this, and she was doing this. And she was clipping off the things, and it was great.
I used to try to help him, and after a while, it was like, I think we need the help of a professional.
I never had that done before. And then they rub you. But the chairs you sit in, is this at every place or just the one I went to?
Just the one you went to, I think.
Oh, my God. These are the chairs that you turn on, and it's like you're being beaten up by circus clowns from the back. It's just like, and it's almost uncomfortable.
No. You're right in the
like,
middle of your back.
And it's like rollers going down your back. And he goes, "Are you relaxed?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to feel the lower half of my body for a while.
With that last kidney punch, I'm going to pee the bed tonight.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about New Millennium Financial Group.
Too much information.
I think our finances, especially in this day and age, we tend to kind of like look at them sideways without really going at them full out, because most of us are actually not taught about 401ks and IRAs and mutual funds and whether, it's better to have real estate or the stock market or blah, 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 or how much you need to retire with. It's a given. And that doesn't mean we're stupid. It just means we weren't taught. Now, the nice thing about the New Millennium Financial Group is they totally get that. And they're not there to judge you. They're like, let's just do a quick free analysis, get some ideas, and then after that, if you want to, we can make an appointment, sit down and talk. They're called Utah's Financial Planner for a reason, because they're happy to take you through this, because they ask you a lot of questions you may not know about, like, are your kids going to college? Do you want there to be money left after your retirement? What are your goals here? And that's something a lot of us don't even ask ourselves, and so it really answers a lot of questions and even starts a few more. Okay, this is the coolest Tell Me Something Good. Are you
Tell
ready?
me something good. It's time. We need it.
Alrighty. There's an 18-year-old student. She's got special needs.
Mm-hmm.
She's freaking adorable.
Adorable.
And really super cute girl. She's got Down syndrome. She's plucky. She's sort of awesome.
Okay.
And NFL.
She's rocking the extra chromosome.
She is indeed.
That's right.
NFL defensive back player Don Jones,
I heard
who
of
is
this.
awesome. His mom actually taught Lindsay in her elementary school, so they've always kind of kept up with each other
they're so
throughout the
adorable.
years. And he said this. He said, "Look, when you're ready to graduate, I will be happy to take you to your prom."
Shut up.
And she was like, "Oh, that's really," and she was like, "That's neat." Her parents were like, "No, it's not going to
it's
happen,"
not
but
gonna
she's
happen.
believing it because he
But
said
he
he
loved
would do
it.
it.
Yeah.
He showed back up in his home county in Alabama
Shut up.
in a tuxedo.
What?
She's all dressed up,
In a
showed up
limo.
in a limousine, and took her there. And he says, "Anything I can do to make the kids smile, I'm more than willing to do." He said, "I think I had the most fun of all the guys. I showed the guys about 5 or 6 new dance moves,
Right.
kind of up their game,
Right.
and all the guys followed me around all night, and I'm glad I could make them smile." But he said it was her turn to be a princess.
Sweet.
I love. Okay, and
This
I would
guy.
like to tell Mrs. Jones, you raised your boy right. You raised that kid right, and that's everything. I hope I raised my boy to be that kind of sweet and thoughtful person. 'Cause
Absolutely.
it's amazing.
Christopher's giveaway. We've been doing a bunch of different stuff with them, and we are in the future. Watch what's going to happen
Next Monday, more.
But the Christopher's Prime Steak House and Grill. Best steaks in town. And I'm not just saying it, but I mean, they're really incredible.
When I was visiting Melissa, the general manager, we walked behind.
Did you?
And
You didn't eat, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Are you
Are
kidding?
you lying to me?
Look at
you
me.
did eat.
No.
No?
I didn't.
Okay.
But they were prepping some stuff for the night, and it's like, I think they were about to go, you're a health hazard because you're drooling, so you have to step
out.
back. But it was incredible.
Behind the sneeze guard.
So this is your chance. If you'd like to take 3 friends with you, have an amazing night, all you have to do is say something on the show today. You can do that on the Get Part Daily or Get Part Approved Facebook pages or on the Todd and Erin page. Just say, oh, I like Christopher's, I like meat, yay, ribeyes, I don't care what, but just put it in, you're entered, and then on Friday we draw a new winner.
All right, so a dad's driving down the street. This is all our experience, right? Dad's driving down the street, kids in the back making a ruckus. What's he say? Stop it, or I'm going to stop this car. I'll turn it around or something like that. We have the ultimate story of that. And
I'm pulling this car over.
yeah,
Excellent.
and it's coming up next.
All right. The news is brought to you, by the way, by Fink and McGregor Mortgages Made Simple, and also by Stay Fit Wellness. This is a perfect time to get a personal health analysis and get yourself back in shape this summer. And also by New Millennium Financial Group. You can go to Utah's Financial Planner for more information.
All right, so airlines, I got to tell you the story. Otherwise,
Because this is awesome.
This
Tell
is
the
awesome.
story.
Let me find the stuff. Airline boss. Okay, so the CEO of a Korean airliner. Okay, so he's on there and he's flying. His 2 daughters are acting up.
Oh, so like maybe 4 and 5 kind of being bratty.
So they're acting up,
Run
you
it down
know.
the aisle or something, yeah.
We've seen this all the time.
Sure.
And so they're acting up, and he says, "No, you don't do that."
Good.
He
Setting some limits.
wasn't even on this flight.
Oh, you heard about it later?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so evidently they're running around. Let me just tell you some of the stuff that happened. Basically, Emily Cho was running around through water in some executive's face.
That seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, Heather Chow, North Korean Airlines, she decided to turn the plane back around.
How does she get to do
She
that?
doesn't have macadamia nuts served in a bowl instead of a bag.
She insisted they turn the plane around because she had macadamia nuts served in a bag.
There's a third daughter, and she was just a little witch, and she was doing the same thing. Now, I might add to this that these are the leaders, adult women, of Korean Airlines.
I was wondering how she got the plane to turn back around. Are you serious? These are adult women who are executives in their dad's airline?
So this father finally had enough, and he called them all in, and they all, were like, presidents of this thing, and the chairman of this thing, and the
I miss
controller
entitled
of
Chow
this
is
thing.
what- yeah.
And he just went, "You're fired. Get out." Well, we're not gonna get out. You're fired. There's no reason for you being here. A
Get
month
out.
before, he had fired another daughter for their behavior, and he says, and I quote, "I apologize to all Koreans for raising kids like this."
The Chows. Oh,
The
girls.
Chows.
The entitled Chows.
Senior vice president being fired by their dad.
And he said, I feel miserable by the immature behavior of my daughters, and I would like to apologize to all Koreans.
Well, he stood up finally.
The Chows.
right?
Girls, I am so disappointed
He
in you.
finally stood up to the mess, which I think is awesome. A little late.
Yeah, something happened earlier on, but nonetheless, at least he put it to a stop. How
Right?
can you behave that badly as an executive?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, but especially if it's my corporation or, like, God forbid it was my father's, I would be, like, extra super duper nice on principle. I mean,
One of your favorite foods. I mean, if you were going to have to eat the same food for the next life, let's say. A lot of people said pizza. A lot of people would say what? Steak?
Nougat.
Nougat? No, really. Beef what?
nougat, but for everybody else, it's probably like steak.
Prime
Beefs.
rib?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Beefs.
Well, this is a problem because a man was caught doing something, and it was worth $1.2 million, and it deprived people of eating one of their favorite foods, which is fajitas.
Beef fajitas are delicious.
So he worked at
That's delicious.
he worked at a facility that took young people in because the court sent them there, and they kind of tried to fix them up. They were in jail.
Sure.
Okay, they were in jail.
Oh, okay. This is youth incarceration. Go on.
This guy was working there, and basically what he did is he stole $1.2 million worth of fajitas.
That is like an unspeakable amount of fajitas. How could you possibly even steal
That's a fistful.
that volume of fajitas?
Now, one of the reasons...
And then what did he do with the fajitas?
He took them-
$1.2 million
he had-
worth of beef fajitas.
He had his own customers, and he would drop them off every day.
No way.
Yes. And so he had all his people, and this has been going on for
Wow.
8 years. And the only way they caught him was he didn't show up for work, and he had to go to a doctor's appointment, and the truck backed up to the loading dock.
With a
4 tons of fajitas.
Oh my gosh.
They went, we don't even serve fajitas here, sir. Then he went, oh.
I've been delivering these here every day for years.
8 years, right? Yeah. So he got 50 years. Is that fair?
Oh my gosh.
$1.2 million. He obviously, well, he might have some of the money to pay back, but
I'm sure he doesn't.
just the fact that he stole fajitas out of people's mouths.
Well, and more importantly, he stole it from incarcerated youth. Those were meant to feed incarcerated youth.
I'm wondering why he didn't get the chair. I love fajitas.
Being deprived of beef fajitas seems to me like an exceptionally
It
cruel
just doesn't
punishment.
seem to be the right thing, does it?
Wow. Yeah, he deserves 50 years. I'm not going to lie.
All right, so what else are we talking about? We're talking about
Stuff coming up. Okay, the Avengers. Everyone's been waiting for this. I have literally been bleeding from every pore waiting for the Avengers Infinity War.
And it's
like,
not pretty.
all the questions like, is Loki going to die? Because we've all been waiting because of the stupid things. Is Thanos going to get all of the Mind Stones? We're going to tell you about that in just a minute. And first of all, the next break is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Mortgages made simple. Go to fink-mcgregor.com. Also by Stay Fit Wellness Group. Go get your personalized health analysis right now. They're there for you. And also by the New Millennium Financial Group. Just go to Utah's Financial Planner for more information about what they can do for you. Okay. All right, now we can do this. Do you want to roll the big fancy Connect Hollywood
if you got
connection
it,
thing?
go ahead.
If you got it.
I got to tell you, though, I know you're all geared up about this. So go ahead and tell me. So Avengers.
Avengers Infinity War. It's not like all of us in the entire world don't know what it is, but basically it's all the Avengers. It's Thor, who's already had his eye plucked out because of Thor Ragnarok. You know, that's really sad. And he's
No, I
standing on
don't.
the ship and he's there with Loki. They become brothers again.
Oh, good.
And then all the premiere stuff indicates that Loki is giving the Space Stone to Thanos for his horrible little glove of death.
The stones and the glove of death.
So the question is, no, he's totally not going to screw people
Of course
over again.
not.
He's not going to die. And then there's the
No.
questions about, you see all these things as Spider-Man like rotating through the sky
Yeah.
like he's going to die.
Wow.
And then who's where and what.
Underdog.
And then of course the Guardians of the Galaxy are back into
Yeah.
this sucker now. So everything's
Sweet
all squished
Polly,
together.
what's her face?
Now here's the deal. We know
Olive oil.
Marvel has totally rocked this. The highest grossing opening weekend here in America was Star Wars The Force Awakens. That was 2015.
Yeah.
It started with $248 million. It went over to earn over $2 billion.
Awesome.
Now, the second one was Infinity War. They had their largest opening with the original Avengers film at $207 million. Now, Black Panther, which is way outgrossed just about everyone's possible imagination, opened at 202. Right now, they were pacing the Avengers Infinity War to open at $235 million. They're beginning to think it's going to top that. And if it does, that will make it the biggest opening weekend ever in history.
You know where they lost me? Is when all the good guys started fighting each other.
Civil War. Well, you know, the Geneva Accords were never what any of us really wanted, and Iron Man
starts fighting
Captain
another
America were
good guy, and they're
conflicted.
fighting
Captain
each other.
America.
Whatever.
They were conflicted.
Captain U.S. I don't know, but they started fighting each other, and then I was like, I thought they would be working for good, not evil, and then that happened.
Well, now they are, and the thing that's really interesting about Thanos, who is a Titan and virtually undefeatable.
I know,
is this,
right?
Especially with all of the Infinity Stones for the glove of death. The
I
thing
know.
that is so exceptional.
And there were 5 of those.
The thing that's so bad about him is this: he's in love with death. Death is an
know.
actual entity. He loves death as a woman, and
That's because he
dream-
has kids, and he just wants to move on.
His dream is to destroy the entire universe,
Right.
as a gift for death. So this isn't even a matter of him ruling the universe, even though that would suck because it's. You know,
Do they
Thanos
have
isn't
like
dead.
lunch boxes with this guy on it? Because that's disturbing.
Ironically, probably so. But his dream is to destroy everything, and as a gift to death. So this is why it's a problem if Thanos takes over.
Speaking of injustices, your phone was buzzing this morning.
That was not my phone. That was your phone.
It was your phone.
No, it was not my phone because the first time something buzzed, I picked it up and looked at it. It wasn't mine, and I stuck it on my stomach to see if it would happen again, and it kept buzzing, and it was not my phone.
My phone was out of batteries.
Okay, then it was some mysterious phantom phone, but it was not mine.
No one.
Honey, don't be in denial. It wasn't my phone.
No one likes me. No one buzzes me, and no one messages me. And so it was her. Half an hour early before I had to get it.
That's not how it works.
It is
but
true.
I love you so much.
Let's get information. Shall
Let's go
we?
to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She's brought to you by New Millennium Financial Group. Why not go get a free analysis and get some ideas started for your retirement? UtahsFinancialPlanner.com. Also by StayFit Wellness Group. You know what? You can tell so much with a simple blood test. And these are the people that will give you a personalized health analysis. You don't have to live on heavy-duty medication forever. And by Fink and McGregor Mortgages Made Simple. Just go to think-mcgregor.com for more information. Daisy, my dear, what is going on today?
And around the world on Wednesday, April 25th on GephartDaily.com. The Senate Veterans Affairs Committee has postponed a confirmation hearing for Rear Admiral Ronnie Jackson, Donald Trump's choice to be the next Veteran Affairs Secretary. Jackson was scheduled for a confirmation hearing Wednesday, but the panel postponed it over reported concerns about Jackson's former conduct as a military doctor. Internal reports claim Jackson was known to drink on the job and occasionally handed out prescription medication to friends and co-workers. Committee members expressed their frustration at the delay, saying Jackson was supposed to have been vetted by the White House. The senators say they'll schedule a new hearing once they have checked into Jackson's work history. A federal judge has ruled the U.S. government must resume accepting applications to the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. Judge John D. Bates of the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia issued the decision, giving the government 90 days to provide a legal reason for ending the Obama-era program, which protects hundreds of thousands of children of undocumented immigrants from being deported. If the department is unable to provide a legal reason for the DACA program's termination, it will be reinstated and the agency will be required to begin accepting applications. The U.S. Department of Justice says it is reviewing the judge's decision. And the U.S. Supreme Court will review Donald Trump's travel ban Wednesday. Trump has said the travel ban is necessary to protect the country from terrorism. Lower courts have ruled against the proclamation 3 times, the latest in February when a federal appeals court said the ban is unlawful because it targets Muslims. And time now for a look at your Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's #1 audiovisual specialists, and by Magic Wash, home of the long-lasting ceramic car wash, with an outlet in South Ogden and a brand new state-of-the-art facility on Antelope Drive in Layton. If you're thinking about getting a wash, now is the time to do it. The forecast calls for warm temperatures and blue skies across the state of Utah for the next few days, with highs in the 70s and 80s by week's end. That's it for now. For more news across the nation and around the world, go to GephartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. We're going to tell you right now about Fink and McGregor. I mean, the market's gone nuts, right? And if you're going to buy a house, you better be ready to pull the trigger on it. Mm-hmm. Fink and McGregor can actually do this. If you go online to thinkandmcgregor.com, you're going to take a 4-minute test, or you can just talk to them. But take the 4-minute test and see all the different categories of different products. That's what they call them, products, different kinds of loans that you could use. I love the fact that USDA, and you're thinking, well, that's what they mark my chicken with and stuff like that. They have agricultural mortgages. Did you know that? I didn't know that, but they do. All you have to do is go online, take the test, 4 minutes. They'll call you back the next business day, and they're going to give you everything that you need. You give them all the information you need, they need. 30 days, you're ready to fly. So Fink and McGregor, go to thinkandmcgregor.com. All right, I want to talk about this because I think I see these every day. People steer porch pirates. people stealing stuff from Amazon off people's porches or any delivery.
And our neighborhood, digital bulletin board, it's constant. Everyone's talking about, did you get anything stolen? All my stuff got stolen. One poor woman in our neighborhood got her entire Christmas stolen right off her porch.
Right.
I mean, so all of us have to deal with this crap daily.
Now, a lot of people will put big planters up so they can tuck the box behind it. Great idea. Other people, we have a certain side door in a garage. Great idea. But for those people who just have it out there, and people run in, may I show them an example of what this looks like?
I wish you would, honey.
I just saw it on Facebook this
Because
morning.
even if you've got surveillance cameras.
Let me hit that. So, basically, people go on and they say, hey, I got robbed last night. If you know these people, and this is the kind of camera system they have. Watch this. It's even worse than that.
Yeah, probably more like that. Yeah.
So if you know that guy, call the police.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you
like,
know what?
okay.
You spend all this money on a system, and you know what it does for you? It says, you're right. Someone stole something from you. No way to track them. The police aren't going to track them.
They got bigger things to do, like, murders and stuff.
It's like getting a stolen bike. Okay. Sorry. They have other stuff to do. And so showing these horrible shots of people, it's like, do you know this person? Of course you don't.
I mean, the one where he's got his head down, he's wearing a baseball cap?
You don't know these people. They're just stealing your...
I think the Amazon idea is great.
So the new idea, first of all, they had the idea that came up, and they said, okay, for $220 that you would pay. Now, this makes sense for someone who gets a business at their home, and they get tons of
like
packages.
daily stuff, yeah.
So there's a lockbox on your door with a key in it, like a realtor has. And so you go and order a bunch of stuff. The guy comes and delivers it, or the gal, pulls out their thing and shoots it. It has a one-time entry, opens the door, the dog attacks them, and they go to the hospital. Then they put the boxes inside the door and they shut it. They have no more access to that. I don't think that's going to happen. That is so scary. It's like someone's just going to come in. It's like the milkman coming in your house and putting the milk, if you have milk delivered, Swans, I think does it still, and they walk into your kitchen and they walk out of your house. I don't think that's going to happen. And they know that. And that's why they came up with a new thing.
I think it's a great idea, and especially because a lot of times trunks can open without opening up the rest of the car. But you open it, you shove it in there, you close it, no one can see it, you're done.
So
unless you're getting like a chair, because we've ordered a couple of those.
Or a puppy.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That'd be
too.
scary.
Floral arrangements.
So basically, they're working with General Motors and OnStar System, Volvo car groups that are call services.
Pretty much, when Amazon.com calls you, you go, yeah, I'll take that call right now. What do you want me to do? Because it's...
Right. And so basically what they do is they figure out they're not going to track your location. Right. But they're going to know that your car is home, and they're going to come and they're going to know, and OnStar, whoever it is, will open the trunk, and they'll put the stuff in the car and then shut it, and then be on their merry way.
Very cool. All right, coming up just
I don't think that's going to happen either.
I think it'll work.
Do you?
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we've got the most awesome, this. I thought this was like a dude video until I watched it and I went, no, this is just freaking awesome.
Oh, is this the thing I'm waiting to show?
The thing. Because first we have to tell you this next break is brought to you by New Millennium Financial Group. This is a perfect time to check in with Utah's financialplanner.com and get some information about your retirement. And Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. Look, a personal health analysis could mean the difference between you living the rest of your life on heavy-duty prescriptions or being healthy and happy and losing weight and feeling strong. And, of course, by Connect Heating and Air. You can go to Utah Heating and Cooling to make an appointment. They do a $39 air conditioner special. It's basically to just make sure that your air conditioner is ready for summer, but it can save you hundreds of dollars in energy bills over the entire season. UtahHeatingandCooling.com.
The thing about the bumper stickers, I've been hearing about this. Cedar City, a guy has a convenience store. He's got a rack with a bunch of bumper stickers.
It's basically a smoke shop.
Oh, that's right. It is a smoke shop.
And if you can see, he has a huge rack of different bumper stickers. Now, if you take a look at these, you can tell this is basically a southern-focused group of bumper stickers.
Just on this side, yeah.
If they come for your guns,
And
give them your
by the way,
bullets first.
on the other side, it says Jesus saves. It says God is the way.
Okay.
And they have those, just to balance this
American
out.
by birth, Southern by the grace of God. So there is a theme here. It's not like this one is taken out of context. But
Right.
if you see the second one below, it says, if I had known this, I would have picked my own cotton.
Confederate flag.
I think that even maybe if you took this out of context, it would have meant something different. I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah.
But it seems to me fairly clear on what this message is.
Right.
And so it's
the
astonishingly
owner-
racist. So
Go ahead.
well, anyway, so J.T. Penrod, who is the owner, a couple of the college students who saw that, Jeremiah was one of them, and went up and said, actually, wait a minute, I'm trying to get this straight now.
Let me
J.T. Penrod is the student. Jeremiah Davis is the owner. I apologize.
Right.
And I guess that J.T. went in and talked to the owner, to Jeremiah, and said, dude, this is really gross and racist, and would you consider taking it off?
So
Well, at first, it was really interesting. After the discussion, Jeremiah claimed that he received numerous death threats.
the press got a hold of it.
On
Press got a hold
social
of it.
media, and it embarrassed.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then he said, well, I was going to take them away and stuff, but now since I have death threats, don't do death threats, by the way.
Did anyone really do death threats? Though?
And so he's going to keep selling them. But anyway, it was just an interesting thing about, the process of how this happened. And yeah, I heard this, and I think it's so great. First Amendment right? And I'm not just back off. I'm not getting political. But there is a certain thing about you can, and there's another part, should you? You know what I mean?
Well, this is the
You
part where
absolutely can do that. Should you?
this is where free speech becomes extremely uncomfortable, because free speech is always great until it's something we don't.
You
agree
feel
with.
uncomfortable with, and
If
that's
you
the
don't
way it
agree-
works.
And this is when you've got to suck it up and go, okay,
That works for everybody.
is this free speech?
Yeah.
And we have a close friend, Marina, who I adore, who is an attorney for the ACLU, and we've talked about this before. And she goes, I have had to hold my nose
Right.
and file briefs before for things that I despise. But
Right.
she said,
It's
if we are
the
going
way
to
it
hold the
works.
standard, this
Yeah.
is what we have to hold.
Right. It works both ways.
But I do wish that Jeremiah had reconsidered
That's so
and taken
funny.
it off. I really do, because I
Here's
was
a-
disappointed.
Here's a great story. There's always a lot of talk about service dogs now, and there's comfort dogs, and help me find the chimichanga dog, and you've seen them in the store, and then some people actually
Chimichanga dog?
Yeah, it's like take this supermarket, chimichangas, and there's people who make up fake vests and stuff like that, and I understand comfort animals, and I understand post-traumatic, and I get it, and I try to understand
Well, no,
it.
but we have a service dog. Gil is a service dog for our
Right.
boys because of their, their autism and their seizure
Right,
disorder.
right.
So we do get it.
Right. So anyway, seeing eye dogs are like ultimate because they could do anything.
Hardcore, man.
They are hardcore. They are
They're
trained.
smarter than we are.
Oh my gosh,
And I
they
mean
are
the collective, all of it. Yeah, that we
highly
are.
trained, intelligent, loyal, devoted. Simple request, and they will help you. The owner, they will help you with your deal. So the person wrote in and it says, "My sister has a guide dog," and Michelle Skyroa, and her sister Danielle has this guide dog, and she was following him one day. They were going someplace, and she had fallen behind a little bit, and the dog was going down the street, and suddenly took a right.
She's like, I don't think
And
that's where we're going.
Danielle said, "Wait, I think we're still going this way." And the dog walks her in to the cool dog gear shop. Now, this is the first time it happened.
Hey, Mom, I just thought you might want to check the
Yeah,
things
we
out
got
for
some
me.
toys over there, a little rawhide, but it was just that funny thing where the door opened. Can you blame the dog?
Of course
The
not.
wafting scent
Of the doggy treats.
treats came out.
Perhaps
It's
a
like,
hickory stick of
yeah,
some sort.
like
Yeah,
this.
of course.
That's it, but you have to discipline. You have to. I mean,
That is hysterical.
yeah. There's a hot dog wagon across the street. The dog takes you over there. That's not safe.
I know, but I kind of admire him
That's
so much.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I admire him.
I know, but
All right. So
Tell them this because this is so freaking cool.
So spring. So we have spring here. And that's why I got 4 gallons of coffee, like I explained earlier. And that's why white legs will be seen everywhere. And that's why women will have to start shaving if you are of that mindset. Spring means so much. And one of the things is I've been seeing boats being dragged around.
People starting to tune up the motors, all the stuff they forgot to do over the winter.
And if you've ever wanted to test a relationship, a boat ramp is the place to go. We've seen honeymooners sitting there, it just, oh my gosh, and they're there and they're in love and they're passionate. They get on the boat ramp and they want to kick each other's faces in with anchors.
Are you calling me stupid? That's what you're doing. You're calling me stupid.
The other left. Because backing up a boat, it takes some pressure. And so there is.
I'm so grateful that I was raised with boats so that you and I did not have that.
You were good at it.
That you and I did not have that fight, because that would have sucked.
So there is an alternative. The alternative here is to get the special forces involved. And if you think backing down a ramp is hard, this is how they do it. Watch this. All right, so, we're in a cargo plane. Oh, there goes a boat.
Oh, they yanked it out by a lead line on a...
Wait, there's more boats.
Oh my gosh, they're using a static line on a parachute. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's
here's
so
another
cool.
one. Boat number 2. There's no downriggers or trolling motors, I noticed on these, so I don't think they're recreational. Wow. Is this scary or unbelievable? Oh my gosh. Wait, there's another boat.
There's all the rest of the passengers.
The guys on the right are going,
holy crap.
I hope there's bass. And then they all just walk to the back. These guys are crazy.
And they're going to jump.
They're like, what? Oh, this is the most frightening part. Wait, we need another boat in the water.
But look, you can see how far down the water is from there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even like they're hovering.
Okay, let's put another boat out.
Oh my good Lord.
All right, who's the first gang that's going to go fishing? Oh, another boat. I'm sorry. And then the guys just walk up to the ramp.
Like, okay, here we go.
See ya. First one to troll. I got it.
That is the coolest freaking thing I have ever freaking seen in my entire life.
So basically, the boats hit the water. They catch up to them. They unwrap them, and off they go. Special forces.
That is the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. I want that.
That's the way you end.
Just once.
Lake Powell, right? Lake Powell. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us today. Tomorrow,
that's so cool.
Another show. We apologize for that.
In advance.
Don't forget to register for the Christopher's giveaway. Just go ahead and drop a mention here. And that's it. So have a great day. Enjoy spring. We'll see you later.